figure out this technology.
No, we ain't. We know this stuff.
Oh, he knows this
Yeah,
stuff.
ain't nothing to figure out. Ain't nothing to figure out, man. You make it sound like we old folks or something. We ain't no old folks.
I'm older than you.
Yeah, barely.
We're trying to get the other channel set up, but I hope y'all have been enjoying the episodes. We just wrapped up the May episodes. We have one more month before we take a break, so make sure y'all plan to tune in every Thursday. Congrats to all the graduates. Hey y'all.
What up? It's go time, man. Let's get this thing done, man. Stop playing. Stop playing, man. Let's get it done, baby. What's up? What we doing? What we doing today?
I don't know what we're doing, y'all. We are in the midst of May mayhem.
Mayhem.
I don't know why I forget every year how crazy in a good way, but it's a lot that happens in May. At least I don't know if it's y'all, but in our household, our family, it's a lot in May, and for some reason I forget every time. But it's all good stuff. Commencements, family trips.
Yeah, it's been a lot.
Finishing homeschool, grading papers.
Right.
Savion starting community college. I don't know how that happened, when that happened, but it happened.
Oh my gosh, man.
But it's all good. It's all good.
Trying to share that joint. Yeah, it's been a lot going on, man. Lots going on.
It is, but good stuff. But in the midst of it, we were committed to like still getting y'all some content. So I hope y'all know it's been a sacrifice. It's been fun, but I hope it's been helping couples. We've heard from some that it's really been impactful. So thank y'all for the feedback. Thank you for being honest and transparent and vulnerable as we are, trying to model that. I think we don't get enough of that. And that's really why we even got into it and why we're going live, for y'all to ask the hard questions. So
yeah, hopefully we can get somebody to join us.
Yeah.
Hopefully. We'll see. I don't know if that one person is me or not. Sure.
It's all good, but I have some questions from weeks ahead. Let's see.
Hopefully we get some people to get in there.
I know it's hard, and we've been busy, so we haven't been able to get the word out ahead of time.
Yeah, I've been slacking, to be honest, man. I'm bogged down. I ain't been.
Well, no, we're not slacking. We're keeping first things first. Yeah.
Yeah, priority.
We're trying to keep our priorities straight. So.
Priority number one.
Yeah.
Which is our marriage, man. For real.
So we'll wait just a minute or so, but babe, we can go ahead and just dive into it. One question that came up, and I think it's come up in some
If you join in, put a comment below, man. Let us know who you are. Let us know where you at, man, so we can communicate with you.
So one question that comes up, not really a question, but it ends up being a source of contention is finances, and like how should couples handle finances?
The F word.
Specifically, should you have a joint account? Should you not have a joint account?
Right.
What do we do?
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I just wanted to talk through that.
Yeah.
Your thoughts, and then I'll share.
Well, we always had a joint account.
Yeah.
I mean, we had bank accounts that we brought in to the marriage that was already existing, but it wasn't like we got into the marriage saying, okay, we need our own separate account. So you keep your stuff over there, I keep my stuff over here.
Right.
I don't think we ever really thought like that. It was always like we got our bank account set up. You know about the money that comes in. There's no secret money coming in and out. Like there's nothing like that where you have your own separate play money. That's separate, tucked away. We always just kind of had an open house.
We didn't go through premarital counseling, so it's not that anyone told us that. I think.
Right. What's up, y'all? If you in the live, shout us out, man. Put a comment in there.
Welcome.
Let us know where you at. Shoot some questions at us too, man. Yeah. Ask us some questions. We wanna.
Yeah, ask the hard questions.
We wanna get
Even
to it.
Even if you text us, if you have our number and you don't want to put it in the comments, just text us.
Let us know who you riding for on the game tonight too. You ride for him.
So back to the question. Y'all see he chases rabbits. I have to keep him.
I gotta talk for the people.
I know. You can acknowledge him after we get to the question. See, you made me lose.
We were talking about finances. We said we didn't have counseling.
Yeah, so we didn't have premarital counseling, so it's not that we had like guidance on doing it a certain way. So I feel like that was just God leading us. You know, I'm thankful we've always been on the same page about tithing. Also, that's another thing that we'll probably talk about at another time. But what I would say is I don't think there's one right or wrong way. I think every relationship is going to be different. I think what's important, though, is that y'all discuss it and that it's agreed upon. Yeah. So for us, it's just easier to manage our money from one account. Now, as we've grown, you know, we have different savings accounts. We have joint businesses. We have separate businesses. Yeah. So you know, we do have multiple accounts now. Right. But we still try to make it a point to communicate so that there's nothing hidden, right? That there's full transparency. So I think at the end of the day, it's about that. Are you open and honest and transparent about what you have, even if it means you have separate accounts? So as long as you're in agreement about that, y'all have discussed it, everybody's on board with that, and you have separate accounts, that's totally fine. However, the caveat with that is it's a lot more work to do to make sure you're being fully transparent. We heard, it's so funny, at your 40 Under 40 networking event, we were talking with the lady who does financial coaching. Oh, yeah. What did she say?
She said,
financial
infidelity, cheating financially.
Yeah, one of a big driver for divorce.
Relationship breakups.
You know, you find out all of a sudden your spouse has been like spending money in ways you never knew. Even like gambling addiction, just different things that then it can amount to this big issue and conflict in the marriage. So that's just something you have to be careful of and guard against if you have separate accounts. But again, it's nothing wrong with having that as long as y'all are in agreement.
As long as you communicate, as long as you're not hiding anything.
Yeah, and we try to have, we wanted y'all to sit down this time. Y'all don't have to be sneaky, y'all can come. So we try to have like a monthly financial meeting, weekly, really, you know, if we can, just to touch base, because we have to pivot sometimes. Right. And adapt. But I would say at least on a monthly basis, you should have a budget. If you don't, I encourage you to have that.
Just a check-in.
Yeah, even in a mediation we had recently, the budget is not just to manage your money, it's also so you're not having to consult on every decision. Like it becomes the standard by which
Baby, just come on. If you don't come on, you like
by which y'all decide to spend money, and it should align your budget. Your financial budget should align with what's important to you, what goals y'all have for the season, and if you understand the why. I think part of the financial issues is really there's no plan. Like, what are we trying to achieve together? And if you have those goals, like, okay, we're trying to save toward this family trip, we're trying to save, you know, for a nest egg to put a deposit on a house. If you don't have a goal, then you're just spending frivolously, and then that can create a lot of tension and issues. So if you need help with that, you know, even if it's not with us, like, find help, because that finances is a huge stressor on the marriage.
Big one. Yeah. And I'm sure y'all can relate listening. Baby, just say hi. Say hi. Go ahead. Gotta be seen. Gotta be seen, man.
So yeah, that was a big question. So hopefully that's helpful. Again, no right or wrong way. We don't have separate accounts other than it's just separate businesses, but we have transparency. That's the key. Right. Do it together. Make sure you're keeping your partnership intact.
Yeah, whatever you do it together. Yeah. Do it open, honestly. You know, don't hide, don't be sneaky. I think that's those two things. You break trust that way. Right. And so you earn trust by being open and honest and talking. Talking about finances is hard sometimes, man.
Scoot over, baby, you out of the frame.
But you gotta do it. It has to be done.
Yeah.
What's up? If you join the live, man, throw a comment in there. Let us know who you are. We can't see who joined.
That's Mama. Us. Hey, Mama.
No, I commented her name because I saw. I had to look and see.
Okay. But all right. He didn't get a nap today, y'all. Yeah. A little edgy. All right.
We just left the movie.
We left the movie.
Garfield in there struggling like a mother, laid back in those seats. It was a good movie though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. What you got? What we got next?
Talk about? What about summer? Like summer is coming up. What tips or ideas can we give for
Just
summer?
wing it. Just wing it, man. Shoot, just wing it. It's gonna be hot. It's gonna be playing something for the family.
Yeah.
Playing something. The kids are out of school. You know, you don't want them. At some point around the house, they're gonna get bored.
Yeah.
They're gonna run out of ideas. They're gonna run out of breaking stuff, tearing stuff up. Plan a trip, plan something. We've been trying to talk through summer activities for our children, like extracurricular things, dance. They into dance and music and stuff like that. So we're trying to find ways that we can invest in their gifts and talents throughout the summer and planning some family. I think some family trips. We got a couple of them that we planned out.
Yeah.
One in July, and I think something else. So I think really just prioritizing family as best you can throughout that time because work don't stop. Jobs don't stop.
But it'll get there when you get back. That's the thing is if you never take that time, you know, that can contribute to some of the stress and the dysfunction in the relationship is you just don't know how to leave work at work and unplug. And so it's important to have those planned times of rest and respite and rejuvenation. And if it needs to be summer, that's fine. We really try to do something once a quarter, even if it's a staycation, something just to get away from the noise because we run so much. So I encourage that, find something to do. You know, if finances are tight, the library always has. Library is clutch.
Library clutch, man.
They have
activities go check out the library
to keep the kids engaged. And again, it's for the kids, but it's for the marriage. Because when the kids are happy and entertained and all of that, it then frees you up and you have time with your significant other just to remember why you're together. So do that. Invest in your kids. Invest in your marriage this summer. Do something fun, get away. You don't have to blow a whole lot of money to have a good time.
Don't do that. There's so many free resources in the communities locally that we don't even know about it all the time. We talked about that a lot in our diversity inclusion group and all of that. Just how a lot of times families don't even know all the good things available that's free 99 or super budget cheap. That's right around the corner for you in your neighborhood that you can go, let your kids play, let your kids be a part of activities. Get resources for yourself, and it's right there. You just gotta take a drive to your local library or go downtown to your YMCA. Shout out to the YMCA's, Arlington, Mansfield YMCA's. Go see what they got. They got stuff, and you don't got to be having to recreate the wheel when you can take that pressure off your brain and trying to figure out and map out everything. They got summer events already mapped out. You just gotta show up.
Yeah, and try new things. Don't be afraid to try new things. Recently, we posted about we went to the Arlington. Mansfield YMCA, what is it?
The dance night?
Yeah, moving and grooving
at the Y?
Yeah, it's once a month, every first Saturday. They have parents' night out, so and
try to... That was clutch. Parents' night out at the YMCA was clutch for a few years. Every Saturday.
Yeah, so just find those things to do, but do new things. It's not about how much money you spend, it's about the memories. Try to maximize the memories you can make. There's like little boxes, puzzle boxes you can get, little missions you can go on at the house, like whatever you need to do to infuse some fun and make memories with your spouse and your kids.
Yep. Summertime is here. About to get high, heat wave, man. Shoot, turn that water hose on, spray your kids down, spray yourself down.
Yes.
Do whatever, man. We bought 2 years ago. We bought that trampoline water
with the sprinkler
thing, and you just plug the hose up in it and it shoot water out. And I just y'all go outside and just play around the water. Just make
real talk, when it's something about when the temperature increases, like, I don't know, attitudes, anger, it flares.
Yeah, so I'm one of those.
You get agitated.
Hey, when it's hot, bro, leave me alone.
When I work crime scene in New Orleans, like, serious, no joke, when you look at the stats, the murder rate went up.
It do.
Every
it's
summer.
True.
Everybody's hot.
They would say the block is hot.
Block is hot. You hot. Everybody home and bored, so.
Yeah, hey. Summertime.
Don't be arguing just because the kids are out of school, like.
Yeah, guard yourself, man.
Yes.
Stay in the
house.
And
reach out. Speaking of which, we wanted to share, we get a lot of questions about mediation. So we don't want y'all struggling, like.
Let's talk about mediation while we're here. A lot of people don't know what it is. They're like, what are y'all doing? Are y'all just podcasting? I see y'all coaching.
Yeah.
The mediation thing. A lot of people refer to it as counseling. Like, marriage, are y'all doing marriage counseling? No, we're not doing marriage counseling, but we are doing marriage mediation, marriage coaching, and we would like to unpack that for y'all so that y'all know what we want to provide for you.
Yeah, so let's start with who it's for. Mediation, we've mediated with couples that have been married 20 plus years. We've had couples that are just 1 or 2 years in. So you don't have to be like in dire straits. You don't have to be in desperation. Mediation is just about bringing these two neutral parties in to help you understand how to do marriage God's way. We just believe that God created marriage, and so He, you know, whenever you're trying to figure out how something works, you want to go to the instruction manual, right? The person who made it, because they know best. And so that's what we do in mediation. And like I said, even if you don't have deep issues, it really ultimately is about learning how to communicate effectively, how to understand what you're thinking and your thought process that's behind your reactions, your behaviors, your choices, your decision making that can create dysfunction. We all bring dysfunction. We all come with baggage. And so the process just helps you just to understand each other better, so you both feel heard, understood, and in the process, it deepens your intimacy and connection.
Yeah. Conflict's gonna happen in a marriage, right? We all get out of whack. We all get out of alignment. We all end up bringing our own way and version of marriage into relationships how we do it. And a lot of times, some of those things are toxic, they're dysfunctional, or they just don't align with how God designed for the relationships to work. And what we do is we just identify what's out of alignment and then coach and tweak you how to get yourself back into the alignment, which is the way that God designed for marriage to work. And we easily slip into these trends and patterns because of how we believe and think. Everything that shaped us is thought life and thought based.
Right.
And so we kind of dig a little deep to figure out, what are you believing about yourself? What are you believing about your spouse? What are you believing about God? What are you believing about how this should work? And how is that contributing to the dysfunction that's showing up in your behavior and in your marriage, right? And we go really, really deep into that and provide tools and resources for couples from all spectrums and walks of life, all faith systems, like everywhere. It doesn't matter. This is just universal, and we all need it. You know, I don't ever tell anybody that you got it and you don't need no maintenance.
Yeah. I mean, even we've had healthy couples, but they come in and they're like, wow, we actually didn't realize we had more going on.
Right.
And we were able to help them dig and realize they were just being agreeable. But at some point, that conflict that's under the surface was going to be a ticking time bomb. But also, you could be legit healthy, but maybe you don't have a vision for your marriage. You kind of just going through the motion, just kind of day to day, and you're not really conquering or living like optimally together as a team. And that's something Brock and I are passionate about, because that was one of our biggest contentions. You may communicate well, you may not have arguments, but you don't fully appreciate the person and how they show up, and then how they're to complement you in what you do. You may have a business in you together. You may have ministry that you should be doing together. So that's something we also try to do with the couples that we work with, is help them find that marital vision and just to set goals. Some people just don't know how to do that, and you don't know what you don't know, and there's no shame in that.
I told a person I was coaching today in a coaching session. He's a single man out, and we were talking about values and vision. And I said, majority of relationships that we counsel and or that we coach, and mediations that we have, a lot of the dysfunction kind of stems from a lack of direction. A lack of vision and a lack of values, to understand the values each person has and carries, and how you contribute to conflict when you don't even understand what this person values. You don't understand their love language. Maybe they don't feel trusted, they don't feel accepted, and then you have a male that maybe doesn't have vision for the family, so they're kind of just wandering in a cycle of conflict and dysfunction, and then it all falls apart. And it's really tied to a lack of vision and seeing where y'all are going, the purpose for why y'all together, and like, what do y'all value? What do y'all stand for? What are the things that y'all want to build together, versus you end up just living two separate lives apart, existing, and you don't build intimacy and you end up growing apart versus growing together and working through conflict and having an agenda of accomplishing something, right? That's deeper than just making money. You can have all the money in the world and still be in the house with somebody with a whole bunch of material things, not fulfilled, and growing apart. And we've seen that, and it's due to what you were just talking about, you know.
And we talked a lot about strong women. I hope y'all have enjoyed that. But you know, the reality is, until you have a vision, it's hard for that strong woman.
You don't have to do that. Just walk on through.
It's hard for the strong woman to like let go and relinquish that desire for control, because she just wants the best for the marriage and for the family. But until there's a vision that she can trust, you know, her husband to lead, then you go toe to toe and head to head.
You said toe to toe, head to head. So we are all about that. Can you put that down, sweetie? We talk about parenting too. We talk about vision for parenting.
Yes.
You know, direction for parenting. What do you value in parenting? How do y'all discipline, direction, responsibility? You know, all that stuff. We talk about it. It comes up. It is a part of it.
Speaking of which, like, your marriage has to be about more than just we're holding on for the kids. So I actually want to speak to the couples. You might have been together 15, 20 years, 25 years, and you've been holding on by a thread because you have kids, and maybe one just graduated and you're thinking about like separation or divorce. We know that that's a reality. In fact, when we were getting trained, we heard from a divorce attorney, the kids or the marriages who decide to divorce while their kids are in their first year of college, it absolutely devastates and destroys that child. It doesn't matter that, they're an adult now. That's a critical stage of development. They're stepping out for the first time, and for them, like, that stability that they've known to be gone, like, it messes them up and it's hard to focus. So I just want to encourage you, before you consider separating, before you consider divorce, you know, if the kids are just graduating and going off to college, like, reach out for help. Don't wait, because it's a real thing. There are a lot of couples that was the only reason, and they're just counting down until graduation to be done. So you want to say anything to that, bro?
Yeah, just the traumatic experience when the kids need you most, when they just cut the rope and they out by themselves. They need a stable home to be able to come back to be able to fall back on. And if they, you know, they come back to a broken home, broken family, when they trying to figure themselves out and get their parents going, that's extra pressure and trauma and emotional weight and baggage they got to carry, seeing that the family they grew up with broken, and mom and dad separate at that point. But also, like, you know, when your kids leaving you empty nesters, you gonna have to face your spouse head on. Like, what did we build over these years? Or we just cohabitating, and to the point that we don't even know what we gonna do with ourselves now, and then the true dysfunction comes out, because you're like, I don't even know this person now, and you've been isolated and hadn't been pouring and investing.
Or it's just been transactional. We've been talking about, you know, how to pay the bills, how to take care of the kids, and there's no common ground after that. So we want to help breathe life into that. There is hope. Like, we've talked to a few couples that 20 years and they're at that stage, and it's like, there is hope. You just need help to find it, and we want to get in there with you.
That particular instance, person just became a workaholic and just work, and then come to find out, like, you know, 20 years down the line, they're like, wait, I neglected my marriage. We've been married 20 years, and dang, here we are sitting here living in dysfunction, and then walk through some heavy things, and now we like, what are we gonna do?
And you get weary, but that's why you need coaches to help you keep going. Like, don't give up. There's still something there.
So y'all reach out to us if you find yourself in any of those scenarios.
Doesn't matter, or don't wait until you get to a scenario. We offer a free call, 20 minutes, just for us to talk and, you know, see if it is a good fit for you.
Right. Yeah.
Awesome. So back to the podcast. So, Brock, what has been your favorite episode this first season?
That's a hard question. We did a lot of episodes too.
I know.
We on like episode 15 or something like that.
Yeah.
Man.
Y'all comment what's your favorite episode?
I don't know. I don't know, man. I had to go look. I had to pull it up and look. Actually, let me see.
I must say I enjoyed the first 3, us sharing our story. I think it was the first time that we had like rehashed it together, like from a healthy place.
No, facts.
So it was cool to see the growth. It was cool to see like just God's glory and what He's done over the years.
Right.
And it was good to laugh at things that were not laughable back then. So
right. Yeah.
It's the power of that transformation.
I think love language was fun. That was a fun one to do. Love languages and probably unrealistic expectations.
Yeah.
Those 2 were probably my favorite one because they were it was just fun and funny.
Yeah.
To do it but real at the same. There was a great blend of funniness, real, laughing, we was flirting, playing with. Well, I'm always flirting with you and stuff all the time. But I think I had fun with those the best.
We always have fun. Honestly, we prepare to an extent, but there's just never enough time, y'all. So we're sometimes our eyes are glazed over, looking like, what are you about to say?
Look, we be up 2, 3 in the morning because that's like our time to like kick it, watch something we want to watch. Do that. It be 2, 3 in the morning. Then we gotta get up and drive to the studio. We done got like 2, 3 hours of sleep. We have somewhat prepped for the podcast, but it ain't really no in-depth prep. And we on camera just like, all right, Lord, please. We praying before the podcast. Lord, please give us something.
And Brock gives me the side eye, like, where you going with this?
What you talking about?
And
but
it
just be flowing.
Yeah,
we just be flowing, man. It's been a good learning experience. It's been fun.
He don't say.
A lot of grace. A lot of graceful times.
Yeah. Well, what about the hardest? What was the hardest episode?
So probably the one, this episode number 2, where we had to talk through like just the hard stuff we did, like when our marriage broke down and losing Mariah and just all the hard stuff. Yeah. Episode 2 and 3 was like the reliving like all the mistakes I made and you know all the hurt that it caused and all that, and then the losses we took. You know what I mean? Like that one's probably the hardest.
Well, y'all haven't seen the Father's Day episode yet, but I was surprised. So Mother's Day, I don't know, I was feeling strong that day. I thought I was gonna be more emotional, and I wasn't. But you got choked up. So Father's Day was a little hard for me.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe
it was hard. Yeah, I choked up a little bit on that, thinking through some of that stuff. I had to watch it back too. Yeah. We be watching our own. I be going back watching it like, man, that was good. Like we was saying some good stuff. Like I be tuned in like I wasn't there. But that one was hard thinking back on my pops, man, and
but
all
it's
that.
Good because men, y'all are conditioned to not really express emotions. So I'm thankful that happened. I think. For years you probably wouldn't have been okay even doing that. So I think it's a beautiful thing for men to be able to see that and see you get a little teary-eyed. Like that's, part of manhood. Like that's a good, healthy thing to be able to, and I know you've struggled with that grieving. So y'all stay tuned for that Father's Day episode is coming up.
Yeah. Dalton said, appreciate y'all opening up with real common relationship problems and showing they can be worked out. Blessing to you too and the kids. Appreciate you, Dalton.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Seriously, we do this for y'all. We are not doing this because we want to. So y'all watching every week is what keeps us motivated, keeps us pushing through those late nights and early mornings to share. And like I said, in the podcast there's just not a lot of people being honest and real. You can have a great marriage, but there's still stuff, and nobody wants to talk about the stuff. So we want to talk about the stuff. So y'all ask the questions.
No doubt. Y'all ask. I mean, and our problems. Some problems are universal. Some problems are like, man, they're yours. Yeah. We won't know how to speak life into it unless we hear from you. That's why we're asking. Like, hey, y'all ask y'all's questions, man. It's a safe space, either here or off record, right? Reach out to us because. it's truly a passion work for us. It's a hard work for us to do this, and we enjoy it. We come alive doing it, and so y'all reach out.
And next season we will have more couples, so definitely tell us the topics you want to hear about. Blended families, we already have that on the lineup. How do you like recover, like when you get remarried after you've been divorced, all of that. So let us know. Oh, even we had a couple mention like when you have a child with health issues or even a spouse with health issues, just like that's real.
Continue to prioritize the marriage when you have a special needs child or a child that needs extra attention. How do you navigate that and make sure that nobody feels neglected? And you can have legitimate jealousy in your marriage, man.
And you just need an outlet. It's not that, you know, in those cases you can't always fix it, but you need a safe place to be able to let that out. If not, it just festers and resentment builds up. So
Who else we got on here? Let's see. I'm trying to multitask by looking here, commenting, and staying engaged.
Well, I'm excited. You are doing good. I'm very proud of you. In fact, so over this season, Brock has really, over the years, he's grown at managing time better and organizing. And I've had to step back and let him figure it out. And he has stepped up. I must say, I've been really impressed with what stick your chest out.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
Things that I was doing for the business for him, scheduling and, just administrative things that he is not wired for. He has been blowing it out of the water. And then on top of that, he's taken over editing videos for the podcast and scheduling them. And even though he's missed a couple of deadlines, that's okay. Grace. And see, I don't bark at him anymore. I don't fuss at him. It's okay. It'll be fine. They'll see it when they see it.
That's exactly how I feel.
I'm very proud of you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
So this has been fun. We have grown together. It's challenged us. It's stressed us.
Yeah. No doubt.
We've had some disagreements.
Yeah, a few of them. Well, we learn how to do it right, do it the right way. But definitely.
But I've grown. I'm talking. Look at me. I'm talking more.
Yeah, you are. You used to be very introverted. Now you the life of the party. I'll be like, turn down. She's like, turn up. Turn up. I'm like, yo, for real? Okay.
No, that is the beauty of marriage. So you talked about that spiritual sandpaper, and it's true. There's something about how, number one, God, when you become one, God rubs off on you. So you take on God's character, but there are some things from you that I've taken on and vice versa because we are meeting in the middle. In fact, we look like each other a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't know if y'all noticed that with some couples over time, you start looking alike too. So you start thinking the same things. You start finishing each other's sentences.
Yeah, you should rub off on each other, man. It's in a good way.
In a good way.
I mean, you want that. Anybody that's really together with the right agenda.
Yeah.
You deep down in your heart, regardless of what conflicts come up, you want it to work. You want to be closer. You want to be better. You want to have deeper connections, and so you wanting to rub off in the right ways. You may just not know how to do it or communicate it in the right way, but the heart there is, I want you to be better.
Yeah.
I want you to understand me. I want to understand you. I want to participate in things you like. I want you to come into my world and participate. And it's fun to see your spouse doing something they may not normally do all the time. I don't know about it made me smile when I see you talking more, laughing more, cracking jokes, being funny. That makes me happy to see you do that.
Yeah. And watch it. So we will watch the Mavs.
Yeah, she's sitting up in here watching hockey games with me, and
I couldn't keep up with hockey, y'all. It's just moving. The puck is moving too fast.
Yeah, you gotta look with a broad lens. We teaching purposes.
No, I'm great at broad lens.
Big, high level.
I can do both, but I don't know. It's the speed.
It is fast though, so some stuff you kind of guessing. Did I see or whatever?
I don't know. It might take time for that one, but the Mavs.
Baseball.
Yeah.
Go Rangers.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've enjoyed you. Yeah, I've been to a couple Rangers games.
Yep.
And I didn't work while I was doing it.
But one time you didn't work. One time you was working. JT, what up with it, bro? what do you say, hockey I watch for the
yes.
fight. Hey, me too.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I didn't want to go there. We didn't see. Did they have a fight?
They didn't have a fight. They didn't have a fight the other night. But, you know, it's always borderline. You just waiting for that one person to get hooked, get sticking, high sticking. You're like, yeah, they finna take the gloves off and get busy. But
yeah.
I
So that's
love it,
what
man.
we would. So even ladies, if sports is not your thing, at least be shoulder to shoulder. Just be present. Even if you doing something else, you just being present makes a difference. But at some point, you know, take a little interest, ask questions.
It goes a long way. I'll say that, and vice versa with the men being flexible and vulnerable, man. Vulnerability.
See those musicals. Shout out to Jeremy. He invited us to his The Heights. Was a phenomenal show, and we did that. There were times you wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
you didn't think you. But we enjoyed it.
But I enjoy it. My taste buds have changed.
Yeah.
And I know that stuff means a lot to you. Even the dancing thing. I'm looking forward to us being able to get some time to go dancing and find some spots so we can get our two-step on. It builds intimacy. Lets the other person, your other spouse, know that you care more about. You care about them and not self-absorbing. You, what you want. Yeah. And you're able to compromise. Yeah. In a good way. And you'd be surprised how much you would probably enjoy. You know what I mean? Other things. If you
so you gotta get over yourself. Don't take yourself too seriously. Try something new. Have fun. Be silly. Let your hair down. Yep. And as you prioritize your spouse and their needs and their desires, and they do that for you, then everybody's winning. Yeah.
Just to speak a little bit into that though, don't ask your spouse to do something you know is gonna like break one of their high values. And ask them to compromise in areas where you know there's a high value, marker in their life. Don't ask them to step over the lines of that kind of stuff. Yeah. Especially if you know it's traumatic. Traumatized and stuff, you still want to be respectful in your asking of what you want them to do that may not be normal or comfortable for them. Be mindful of that because that can end up not working out in your favor.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I hope y'all have enjoyed it. We have June?
I think we're gonna roll through June, and then we're gonna end season 1 and take a break and chill.
Because we want to prioritize our marriage, our family, and model that for y'all, so y'all can wait till the fall.
We'll
and give you time to catch up on the other episodes. But keep following us on social media. Hit us up. We love just to connect. We might go live here and there. So keep the questions coming and let us know what y'all think about what you see, what you want to see next season. And y'all just be safe and have fun.
Yes, and we wouldn't be doing right if we didn't say this. If you need marriage coaching, like whether you're in a dark place in your marriage or you kind of like, man, we got some stuff we ain't been able to work out. We got some things we've been wrestling with. Or you just like, we need maintenance. You know, we just been doing marriage our own way, and we never had nobody get in here with us and really pour into us. Reach out to us. Don't just sit back.
Schedule a free discovery call. Just hit us up. We could do that. Get it scheduled just to talk through what's going on, how we might be able to help. Again, I don't think we've ever met anybody that couldn't benefit from it, but we can talk about different options that work for you in the season of life that you're in. But we love y'all.
Signing off. We're finna get ready to watch this. Zane. Go Mavs. Close it out tonight, man.
Green. Love you, Green.
Much love, y'all. Peace.
I don't know how to turn this one off.